I told my parents I want to fish for a living, and they looked at me like I was on the short bus to school basically. And my old man would say, "You tell me one person in Canada that's made a living fishing tournaments," and you couldn't do it. So for Chris and I to be able to do it and come up through the ranks and now make a living fishing, doing what we love to do, you know, I think made the parents pretty proud. So we're here in Peterborough, Ontario. This is where we grew up bass fishing. We learned how to do it and came up through the ranks, fished Costa Series. From there, fished FLW, and now we're fishing the Bassmaster Elite Series, and it's always been a dream to be able to do that. So, I mean, it's taken a good, well, I'm 36 now, and we probably started doing it when I was 13. I won my first tournament. So it's taken a lot of years to be able to get here, and got a lot of goals I still haven't reached yet. And I've always said if I win an Elite Series, I win an AOY, and I win a Classic, I'm probably going to shut her down from doing the Elite Series, just because we got two young kids and they're going to be into the sports. They love hunting, they love fishing, and I love nothing more than to sit back, put my feet up, and watch my boys and my nephews do what Chris and I did. So if I ever reach those three goals, then I've done what I wanted to do. So right now it is October the 29th, I believe, and we have had extremely warm weather up until a few days ago. The fish weren't biting, they weren't grouped up yet, deer weren't moving. Now it's freezing cold. Like, the switch was flipped. The water temperature a week and a half ago was 64 degrees, and right now it is 49 degrees. So you can see what a little bit of cold weather does. And we went out today, and in a spot that I fished last week for a tournament, never had a bite. Today we caught, I don't know, 15 fish in probably 30-40 minutes. So that little bit of cold triggers the bass, triggers the deer, and it's the part of the season that I look forward to most of the whole year. One of the misconceptions people think is, well, we only catch smallmouth up here, and it doesn't matter what lake you go to, you can catch both, and they're equally as big. I mean, we got tons of milfoil, tons of grass. We're in a river here, it's all laid down trees. You can flip all these trees. You know, there's rock humps, there's current running through this river out into the lake. So, I mean, it's endless. You can fish whatever floats your boat out here. You can drag a jig, you can crank, you can flip docks, you can punch mats, you can do it all. So I definitely think this area has rounded us into the anglers that we are, being very versatile, be able to flip for largemouth, fish for smallmouth, sight fish for largemouth, sight fish for smallmouth. So I definitely think this area has made us what we are in bass fishing. Oh yeah. It varies every year when the Elite Series ends, but our fishing season here is still in full swing. So Chris and I are jumping in every tournament we can, and mix that in with hunting season. We're huge deer hunters. I got a really bad addiction for chasing big bucks. That's what our off season pretty much looks like. A little bit of family time, and my boys are getting a little bit older. They love to be in the boat, love to be in the woods, so I'm getting them out in the boat as much as I can, and you know, family time's pretty important to us, so we're doing that and trying to keep busy. But if I had to choose my career, I definitely want to play professional hockey. Chris and I both grew up playing competitive hockey our whole lives, and it's a sport that we still play to this day a lot, 2-3 times a week, and it wears on you, but it's one of the best sports there is. Now, at the end of the day, I want to win, and competitive fishing, it's a special sport because there's no other sport on the planet like it. Trying to figure everything out on the fly, changing weather conditions. Like last year we were on Pickwick and the water came up 15 feet, and so you might as well not even practice because you had to go out and redo everything, and I had a really good tournament, and that's a little piece of it that just makes you feel good when you can go out, do your own thing, figure something out, and sit back at the end of the day and say, you know what, I beat 95% of the best bass anglers in the world, and you know, it makes you feel good, but it's not first.